Their aura is unequal.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Or whatever. And make it a little more raspy, and I follow directions.
Their contents are legendary.
That little sheet you see is his concept drawing.
Their attitude is embraced. Tune in to one of the most up and rising kaiju-sized groups within our community. So go ahead and watch all of their creative content, including that of the Raw Attitude live interview, where they have special guests ranging from actors, directors, toy creators, artists, and many, many more. You can also find them on multiple of other social media platforms, ranging from Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. You could even sit back and watch your favorite classic monster movie and even watch us go through one of the most iconic games on Twitch. Featuring your hosts, Eric Stolp, Adrian Settle, Joe Myers, Samson West, Jordan Adorno. They are the Monsters with Attitude.
What's going on, Monsters with Attitude? I am your host, Joe. As always, coming at you guys live and in living color every Sunday, 5 p.m. The Monsters with Attitude presents Let's Talk. Well, isn't that the cutest thing? Joined with me, we got a few brothers from other mothers. First off, a little change in the lineup, it looks like this week. The man who cannot travel east, Samson West. Samson, how are you, buddy? What's up?
Doing swell. We got a lot to talk about today. 2 weeks worth built up. So yeah.
Two weeks worth of built up backup aggression. Yeah. And then Eric, that picture is actually is cuter than you, so keep it up. Just kidding. The bearded kaiju himself, Eric Stolp. It's like stop with an L. What's going on, buddy?
I'm good. Yeah, like Samson said, 2 weeks of build-up. Man, it is time to release this build-up and let it just flow. Come on now. There's a lot of shit that we need to talk about, honestly.
Yes.
So I'm ready.
Yes, there is. Should I start calling you Fred Flintstone?
Because
anyways,
No.
Jordan the Don Adorno.
I'll take you right off this goddamn screen.
In the room. Bada boom. How you doing? Adorno, what's up, buddy?
I am doing absolutely fine now that I'm here with you guys.
fine.
Can't wait to chat it up with you guys.
Are you leaving early, Jordan?
No.
All right.
Really cool.
Yeah, we're excited too, Jordan. And last
Adrian's like a ninja.
certainly not least,
I know.
the man who's
Ninja of the
apparently
night.
in a dark dimension with no light or picture. The man who runs a train on these terrible kaiju.
Whoa.
Never settle for anything but the best. Adrian Settle.
What's up, Kaiju family? How y'all doing? Can y'all really not see me? Or y'all?
Yeah, why?
You're
No, your
literally
screen is
camera.
completely black. There's no camera on you.
Dude,
You're invisible.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
That's weird. I can see myself just fine.
No, you're completely blacked out. That's not just your face either.
Yeah, you were completely
Wait,
black.
why am I black? No, I'm looking at it now on the feed. What the hell is going on here?
I mean, I think you're black.
Stop
'cause
your
God
camera
made
and
you
start
that
it
way.
over or something. Or fix what camera you're using. There you go. Well, there's a picture. No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Adrian, you can there we can see a background now.
Yeah, I know. He just that's him turning his camera off.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I don't think I don't think the watchers care about that while Adrian figures that out. I'm gonna go to the chat, say hello to some of our loyal and new listeners. It looks like Fascist Cat himself wants us to discuss EW women's wrestler Tani Storm saying Godzilla doesn't have my thighs,
Oh, there it
Mothra
is.
doesn't have my flaps, and when I'm IWGP champion, Japan will crumble at my feet.
Out of all the phrases, that's one of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's a nice shout out, I guess.
It is.
It is.
I can't say that I've seen it or know what you're talking about, but that's
I
that's.
don't. I haven't.
I mean,
Yeah.
anytime
Sorry,
Godzilla can
fanciest.
be referenced in pop culture, I feel like is a positive. So
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I feel like I need a hat. Y'all all have hats.
We were
We'll
gonna
have a
go
hat.
Day.
yeah. All right. So it looks like we got a new listener here. The Not
Ogners.
Partners.
I know who that is.
What's
Hello.
up? Thank you for
Hello.
joining. Mr. Pogner, if you haven't, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be lovely. Oscar Solis, as always, the Monsterverse Maniac. What's going on? If Batman had a parrot, first light.
First light.
Love it.
Right on.
You. That's actually one thing before we get going. I'm gonna ask a favor of all of our lovely listeners with attitude. If you guys enjoy our content, like our shit down there. That'd be great. Help us with that algorithm. We'd appreciate it. Captain Gordon says, "Don't be
Damn
a
it.
hoe."
Adrian, you suck. You're not supposed to show it yet.
Joe keyed
Captain
it up.
Gordon says,
Booyah.
"Don't be a hoe. Share the show."
show.
I must be the
Stop.
Captain Gordon of the group then. Which I am.
The hell you
totally-
are.
Well, that's my words, so apparently I am.
All right,
that's
I'm
awesome.
changing it. That's an easy fix.
Nathaniel, as always, congrats, Joe, on having a kid. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. The first kaiju movie you show your child better be King Kong Lives. Of course, obviously. And I will be telling him that it is recommended by you. Him or her.
Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a fucking shot.
Why? Oh, for King Kong Lives? That's funny. Oh my gosh. I brainstorm. We are going to do a 21 and older show, a drinking game. And we're not going to say when. Oh, we're all 21, so we're all going to do it. But anytime we do a show and Nathaniel mentions King Kong Lives, we're just going to do like a shot.
We're gonna be.
Hell
We're gonna
no.
get.
He's gonna
blasted.
get us drunk in
He's
like
gonna get us
15
drunk.
minutes.
No, don't worry. I'll
He's
drink
just
all
gonna
over the table. It's
keep
fine.
typing. He'll just keep
Mhm.
typing.
He
Mhm.
will.
Fanciest of Cats, Jacob Fatu called himself Godzilla and King Kong last night on WWE. That's
Oh.
pretty cool.
Another good reference.
Mhm.
I think everyone here wants their liver. Yeah,
That's
that's
hilarious.
It's punk days.
That's
Oh,
the
it's not
truth.
that far.
We are getting older, so
Yeah. Well, speak for yourself, Grandpa.
yeah, bullshit. Still act and feel younger than most of you.
Mhm.
As he hobbles with his cane.
Wait, take off your hat.
I don't
Hold on.
have
Hold on. How old are you? Let's see. Under the hat. Hold on.
What? What? I'm okay. This is a personal choice, okay? I chose this.
That was
You're just
God's
not man
choice.
enough to actually accept it and actually shave it.
I have. Look at all this hair. What are you talking about?
You have outgrown it where it just looks like a mess, okay? Let's be honest. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right. So those of you new, those of you returning, the Let's Talk shows, we like to discuss some news and notes from the past week or two, anything exciting or worthwhile that dropped. We'll discuss it. We'll possibly show it off. But also, if there's something you guys want us to talk about, throw it up in the chat. And if we have time, we'll definitely get to it. So I want to start with something relatively easy while one of you guys pull up our group or our Instagram for the
Yeah, Jordan.
Jordan's doing it. Okay.
Don't put this in the spot. I
Just
do not have this shit up.
Just a quick item of note: the X Plus Bagan or Bagan, however you prefer to say it, is starting to hit collectors in Japan, which means that us folk here in the United States and in the West should start seeing it soon. So be on the lookout for shipping notifications and things of that nature in the coming weeks. I'm curious, did anybody here actually order the Bagan?
I did not, but I'm actively looking for it.
Okay, Adrian's a no. Jordan, did you?
Unfortunately, the moment I tried purchasing it, it was already sold out. So, but I am what Eric's favorite phrase
Holy
is
yes or no?
the thrill of the hunt.
The thrill of the hunt, baby.
Samson, I know you didn't, and Eric, I know you didn't either. So
Didn't.
nobody here got it.
I'm looking for it, but no one here got it.
Oh well, I
Yeah, this motherfucker's about to go broke because of what he's.
What did I do?
What you were talking about last night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What the heck?
So Joe, you're the only one. You're the minority, or wait, you're the majority. You're a minority. Yeah.
I'm in the minority. Yes.
Yeah, he's in the minority.
Yeah. Phrase that a
But
little
in a
better.
positive way. Well, no, because I was like, wait, it's a good, but it's a good thing, but it's bad. So hold on.
Yep, Oscar, me and you, buddy. Looks like we're the. I'm pretty sure Eric bought it, but he probably got it on the secondhand market, which means he spent more. Am I
Look
right?
at that face. Look at that face. Look at
Yeah.
look at look at him. Look at him.
I played the fifth.
Me too, I guess.
Jordan, you got the Instagram up?
Yes, I got our Facebook, which is
On
linked
Facebook
to
too.
our thingy.
Same difference.
I got the Instagram up.
Hold on 1 second.
Batman's parrot. Do you want to see the Bagan? Is that what you're asking? Because we
Well,
don't
have
physically
it.
have Bagan yet. We're just saying that it is being released. It's currently on its way to U.S. buyers now. Overseas buyers are getting them in hand. We have started to see them on especially Instagram and Twitter for sure. So here's
There you go. You can
pictures
show
that
some
we
pictures.
posted.
Yeah.
Yep. These are some in-hand photos of those that have received it all the way in Japan. So
That lazy ass brown box, I swear.
I know.
Look at that thing. Jesus.
This thing is
Which game is he from again? Oh, Super Godzilla, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
this
that's
particular
on the list.
look and design is from the Goji
Digimon.
Band.
Or-
Yeah, little
yeah,
show.
Digimon.
So, but still, it's awesome. This is the definition of Big Chungus because
Yep.
Oh,
this
absolutely.
bad boy is massive. Holy buckets!
I can't
It
wait.
seems like companies are starting to finally do the gimmicky stuff and give that some love, because first Bandai put this thing out, and now we got this thing, and eventually we'll get Super Godzilla himself for Bandai. We'll see what X Plus does if they follow this trend and does the same.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And honestly, they might, because I believe one of the Godzilla social medias just posted a picture of a suit of the Super Godzilla that's supposed to be
shit.
going up against Bagan in the Goji Band show.
Really?
Mhm.
I will say, if they do that, that is what will then convince me to then just take a hold on this, because I would love to see them paired up finally in an actual product line.
Yeah.
And if Batman had a period, it makes a very, very good point. Because we were supposed to get Godzilla versus Bagan. I forgot what film replaced it, though. Was it Destroyer,
Godzilla
Eric?
versus Destroyer.
Okay.
It's Godzilla versus
Yeah.
Destroyer. That's from '95. The original draft that had Bagan was
It's monster.
'84. Godzilla Returns.
Mm. Oh, you're right, Joe. You're right.
Mosura.
God damn.
Everybody take a shot.
I ain't got nothing on me.
Water bottle.
Yeah.
Did you, Jordan? Do you have pictures of it next to the other figures?
The other, where's those?
If not, we can
No,
find
I
it.
do not, but I will find them on the Book of Faces.
Check the
Yeah, we were
Xbox.
just looking at those last night. Me, Eric, and Adrian, when we were talking last night, we just looked at those.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think I sent them to you guys.
I think you did too.
You did.
Okay.
It's somewhere, so it's buried in the internet sphere. That thing is going to take up some shelf space.
Oh, absolutely, it is.
There's Big Chungus.
Big Chungus.
I don't get what that means.
I don't either. What the hell? I know. It's when we were like, Eric didn't get it, and he was making the I don't know face. That he was referencing. I get it.
I got you.
When we were like, Eric, you got it, and you were like, I don't know.
All right.
Are you saying that's the definition of Big Chungus?
No.
The jelly bean comment
just pulled up on screen. Never mind.
We're all over the place.
Are you trying to fat shame Eric Sampson?
I'm just reading the comments.
I'm sorry, Eric. If anything, and with you being bald, I would like to compare you to The Rock, if anything. So
that's right. I'm the final boss, bitch.
So these are the images I have came across on Facebook.
Ah, yes. There we go.
Black and white. Oh, okay. Now they're in color. Weird.
Look at how big that thing is.
Does anybody
honestly,
have that
this is honestly like
show?
Should be a scale because he's supposed to be that big compared to Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like he's supposed to be huge compared to him.
And there are a bunch of other figures paired
up.
Oh,
there's there it is next to the -1, which most of y'all have. So you can definitely tell how big it's going to be.
Yeah.
He's almost big as that FSL burning Godzilla, man. Like, whoo.
That's a big old bitch.
Thank you, Pogner. You're damn right.
I saw that too.
Oh, whatever.
On your knees, dogs.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever.
He's lore accurate Thor. As actually, that's what Thor actually looks like.
So
that is exciting. So yeah, people. Joe, I guess you're going to be the only one excited soon.
No, I'm pretty sure Eric got it.
I guess so. He's the only one.
He found it on the black market.
Why is it
gotta be black?
$1.
Ask the person who named it that, not me. I don't make the rules.
You can change the rules though.
We just enforce them.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So yeah, wanted to bring up about Bagan. Super excited for that. He's definitely the most famous what if kaiju, that's for sure. But moving on, we also got some. Well, actually, I don't want to hog it. Does somebody else have any news or notes that they would like to?
Pretty sure
I have
about this last week.
You what?
So I'm pretty sure I have something we didn't talk about last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
So of course, y'all know how I feel about.
Well, Daniel needs new glasses.
So of course I know how I feel about Godzilla versus Kong, and of course we haven't gotten a lot of MonsterVerse stuff in a while actually. And just on Monday, I believe, we actually finally got the real
6 months since the last movie came out.
Well, I'm saying figures, Joe. Talk about figures. But on Monday, we actually got the announcement that Star Ace is actually doing a 2021 Mechagodzilla.
Right.
Jordan, you have pictures for that?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
That I did not post, but I do strongly believe that it is on our Facebook. So hold on.
It is.
Alrighty
then.
I have the one from our Instagram, but it's just one photo.
I'll get this bad boy popped up in just 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Houston.
We have a
there he is. Now, I absolutely hate this version of Mechagodzilla, but he did beat the shit out of Godzilla. So I did love that about the movie.
Man, don't bring that up. We had a discussion about that. There's a reason why that happened, okay?
Yes, we know why. And
it's not like Mechagodzilla doesn't throw hands whenever he goes up against Godzilla.
Exactly. Now this thing is awesome. This thing actually has a light up that actually makes sense. It has the deluxe version has a light up throughout its entire body, and honestly, that looks fucking dope to me. I don't think I'm gonna get the deluxe. I'm probably not gonna get this figure because I hate this Mechagodzilla. But you do love this Mechagodzilla, you're definitely gonna love this figure because this thing looks incredible.
So scale wise, because I'm not too familiar with the Star Ace stuff, is this thing like on the gigantic scale, 30? How big is this sucker going to be?
It's probably gonna be 30, but probably be a big 30.
Yep, it's supposed to be 30, legit 30, but it hopefully should be a big 30.
Yeah, because the Star Ace Kong is a big son of a bitch. The original Kong from Skull Island. That thing is fucking huge.
Yeah,
right.
Star Ace has the rights for GVK and GXK, so they have the rights to make anything from those movies, and they specifically said that everything they make is going to be 30 centimeter scale. So everything that they make, they got the Kong with the Beast Glove coming out. That's going to be 30 centimeter. We have the Mothra that has been shown off. That is 30 centimeter, and now the Mechagodzilla is going to be 30 centimeters. So. Yeah.
I do like wherever it was, but the tail that it says that it's posable.
It's
That's going to be
yeah.
interesting for it to be posable and not just a static. Because these things, they're statues. They're static statues. They don't move. They're not supposed to. So the fact that they're implementing that into this figure and light up and wiggly, interesting.
Yeah, which is at the same time a little scary. Because if you start moving around LEDs, are they going to come detached? Are they going to short them? Like, what is that going to do? That kind of scares me, honestly.
I'm assuming there's a gel factor inside of the tail.
Yeah,
so they stay in place. That's probably what they would do. I mean, that's what I would do if I was making something like that with electronics.
Yeah.
But it's cool that this figure has a full LED all the way through its body, and that's how it should be, honestly. So it's gonna look, I think, cool lit up. I'm not the biggest light ups. I do have my fair share of light ups, but some are called for, and especially robots, mechs, do, I think, just kind of up the ante a little bit for the figure itself. So I'm definitely want to get the deluxe version of this guy. So even though I don't like it like Adrian, I hate it, but I want every iteration of every kaiju, mech, whatever that went up against Godzilla. I want it. So
Leslie's here. Everybody take a shot.
Leslie, you ain't wrong, man. You ain't wrong. The best of the best, baby. Woo!
You know, I actually hate the fact that it's a light up because
there's two versions.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like the lights, if they burn out, it's like you've paid the extra money for what, something that maybe will work for a couple of years, and then it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like the light ups are ever worth it for me.
I agree wholeheartedly because I've seen those things burn out live on camera. I saw Rich Iso do the Mechagodzilla 75. He lit it up. It was like, ooh. The moment that he was unboxing and reviewing it, I was like, oh man. And unless you have the know-how and like the soldering skills and stuff like that, it's like, why pay the extra price for having to fix your own toys?
Right.
It's electronics. They burn out over time. They just do. It's another thing to break.
Yeah.
Luckily, I do not use my light ups like at all. They just sit there. So if you use them sparingly and don't always have them lit up, I think they can last quite a while. So
yeah, they're good for pictures, reviews, and hey, let me show my friend this.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's otherwise it's like you can't just keep it on in the background like it's one of your aesthetics, like what Eric has behind him all the time. You can't just have it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Somebody else was it Samson? You said you had something too?
Well, since we're talking about the Godzilla Con, this is a more recent announcement, but it's something that I'm personally excited for.
If it's the casting, let's wait till the end.
Okay, sure. That.
Damn
Jordan.
it. He took what I was going to bring up. But since we were just discussing Big Chungus in Bagan and just recently the monsterverse of Mechagodzilla, right now, as we currently are speaking to one another, X Plus has just dropped finally for what felt like to be a very long time. Pre-order links for that of their gigantic SpaceGodzilla.
I knew that's what you were going to say. I knew it.
Yes.
This is on
That's
on a whole nother freaking level. Like this is absolutely beautiful. And then of course this was collaborated with Omega Beast, which for those who did not know did the Godzillasaurus that X Plus had just released recently. They made a bunch of other figures, but this is their second figure with X Plus. So God only knows what more would we see in the near future with this pretty neat collaboration, in my opinion.
Actually, Jordan, it's the third with X Plus because they also put out the gigantic shin with X Plus also. So this is the third. This is the third collab with X Plus.
Oh, wow! I did not know that. Now that's something new that I just found out. Wow.
So this is beautiful. I want it so bad. However, I believe it's something like $1,000.
Is it real? Is it really?
It's like 7 or 8. It's like 7 or 8.
What about shipping?
Yeah, but with shipping,
shipping's gonna make it.
Shipping is going to be a whole nother can of worms.
Okay.
Yeah,
I apologize. Let me rephrase that. You can buy it for $700, but then once you ship it, it's going to be $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, get your facts straight. Come on, do it.
Actually, I will come up. I think on our Instagram we actually have the total that it costs. So let me double check here on my phone.
I'm right here. Total cost $768 before taxes.
Okay,
before taxes, so you still have to tax it and then ship it.
Tax and ship. That's close to 8. Let's tack on another what?
2 or 3.
100. You think $300 for shipping? Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty close to it.
So I mean, with that being said, who's going to buy this?
No.
I wanted it real bad, and I actually said that I was going to get it when they first showed it off. But honestly, if I do get it, it'll be a G-Fest purchase. I just don't.
I mean, I guess avoiding shipping, you could just I guess for you it'd be beneficial.
Yeah, but the dealer's going to sell it for what they had to pay for it, so that it's going to be jacked up.
Yeah.
Joe's good with his words. He knows how to,
he knows how to
chop down a few bucks.
I know how to threaten people until they're afraid and give me a better.
I mean,
Really,
I was going to say that, but
with your hair.
So I thought this was pretty cool, and again, just a neat thing to share off with you guys, including anybody here in the chat that did not know about this at all.
Eric, I'm surprised you weren't getting that, considering you're such a fan of
Omega Beast.
Absolutely, hell no.
So, just shared from Super 7 about 30 minutes ago. Looks like the reaction figures are going to start to be selling in Walmarts.
Oh,
which is pretty cool. A little easier for you to get them. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the blind box reaction figures.
Oh,
isn't that the new Monster Island ones? Is that what they're saying? Or are they doing that? Like, okay.
Yep. It has Bagan, Megalon, Showa, Mechagodzilla. It looks like Godzilla 62, and then a chase, but the chase is a silhouette of Mechagodzilla, so it must be like a color variant, which is what? Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
Yeah. So, what else, boys?
Nathaniel's like, I like SpaceGodzilla's kangaroo pouch.
Sure, that's what that is.
Oh, that's nasty. Wait, I'm curious now, Eric. Why is that a absolutely no?
Oh, it's a very long story, Jordan, that I will not go talk about on stream. So that is for a private conversation only.
I will sip to that for you, my friend.
Okay. But I'll go next, I guess. I want to show off and talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, for sure. And this is the Mega Sofvi Gamera 1996. This is a 32 centimeter soft vinyl figure, and it's sculpted by the master himself, Yuji Sakai. That is going to be coming out, I believe, December of this year. And I also believe that they showed these off early last year, I think, at Wonderfest. They were prototypes. And I believe they had 95, 96, and 99. And they were smaller scale, though. I believe they were 20 centimeter when they're coming out. They're supposed to be model kits. So they were going to release them that way. And they basically upscaled them. And now we're getting 32 centimeter releases of these guys. And that's awesome. This is my favorite Gamera suit, movie, all the above, and I would love to get this. It is up for pre-order, I think, on Ami and Hobby Search, so you can get them there. They have the price there right now. I think it is $395 right now, and then you will have to pay for shipping. But you can pre-order now. And then you don't pay for it actually until it comes in and it's ready to ship, and then you pay the whole thing. Obviously, you could probably pay for it right away, but if you don't have the cash up front, you don't have to do that. You will pay for it when it actually comes in December. So that is an option if anybody is interested. But I just think this is awesome. This is a cool release, very different in a way that we're getting some more Gamera love. We have not gotten a lot of Gamera love. In recent years, we get kind of releases sprinkled throughout and here and there, but I'm glad that we're getting a really nice release of the 96 Gamera. The X Plus is okay, but it is severely undersized, and it has a very big hunch thing with it, and it does the splits. With the vinyl, it's just the design of it. He started hunching and doing the splits at the same time. So I never wanted to get that version, the X Plus version, as much as I loved it. I didn't like how small he was. I didn't like how hunched he was. So this is right up my alley, and I'm excited for this one. What do you guys think?
Oh, this thing looks absolutely phenomenal. You know how much I love Heisei Gamera, so I definitely might try and get this, honestly, because I really do love the way this looks. And it's a big chunks too.
Yeah, I know.
Now, maybe I missed it when you were talking. This thing is a kit. You have to paint it, or it's going to come.
This is going to be.
It's going to look like that. Okay.
Yep, just like this, fully painted. You don't have to do anything. The previous release or the initial release was kits. Now it's going to come out. Yep, fully painted, assembled, everything.
So when is this coming out again?
December of this year.
You got time to pay for it.
Yep, you got a lot of time to pay for this. Actually, Yuji Sakai himself, he's actually overseeing the painting on these as well. So, like I said, he was the one kind of behind the initial sculpt and everything, and then they kind of remastered it into like 3D printing and kind of went from there. And then obviously he, I believe, painted this himself, or he had somebody paint it, and then he just kind of overlooked it. And then, he will be doing the same for everything else, where he'll be kind of doing the quality control over this thing and just making sure that these things are, top quality for every single one that leaves and gets shipped and bought.
Question. with it being a 30 centimeter scale, will it look good with the Legion that I bought recently, or is it going to be too big?
No, it'll be too big.
Ah,
you need the 25 centimeter, and that's the only one that's going to fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I also have a question.
Shoot.
Can you send me the link to that right now?
Sure, I can send that to you.
Thank you very much.
Well, if it weren't for the scaling factor, I would be all about this but I'm a scale fanatic. I always like my stuff to look good next to each other.
Scale queens, okay.
Queen, sure. I think that's Eric's title. He had that first. I love my stuff to scale with each other, and I agree. This is my favorite of the Gamera movies thus far. Seeing the whole trilogy now, and I think it'll probably stay that way. I think this is still going to stay my favorite Gamera suit and movie, even with the show and stuff that I haven't seen yet. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, though.
No, we're coming to it soon.
Yay! That's beautiful. That's a glorious looking 96 Gammy.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, as you can see, the size compared to this person holding it. So yeah, he's gonna be a big boy. So, but he looks perfect. He looks perfect. So I'm excited.
I love it. This is my favorite Gamera, so I can't wait.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So is that a yes for most of y'all?
I think so.
He got so excited he left.
He's like, cunt. Right now. Can't handle myself.
Well, Joe, I don't think I heard you. Are you going after this big guy?
TBD.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah,
TBD. Totally big dick. All right.
Yep. That's why I got a kid on the way. So, I mean, it looks great. I totally want it, but
Cowabunga.
Yeah, to be determined. I don't know. Depends on what the finances are like, when it gets a little closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, with this coming out in December, it's going to be hitting the holiday season. So, you try to pay it off before it hits holiday, or you kind of absorb that kind of big hit and pay for it, and also have to do the holidays. So,
I did not even take that into consideration.
So it's like you kind of want to pay it off or save up or whatever before it gets to that point. Otherwise, it might put yourself in a bind.
Right. But they're giving us a year. So that's that.
Yeah, exactly.
$300 over the course of 12 months. Is that really
exactly
is that hard? No.
So
yeah, right. Well, I mean, what is that? $75 a month? No, less than that. It's like $50 a month.
Yeah, something like that.
It's less than that. Like $25 a month. Math. Math is hard.
Math. All right, 12.
All right. What?
Yeah, it's 25 a month. I just did. Yeah, 25. 300 divided by 12. You got 25 a month. Just stop watching HBO Max for a month or a year.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? We got anything else to show off, or should we move into the movie news?
I mean, I'm on our Instagram. There's a lot of new releases that we got coming out. It's just not stuff that I know much of anything about.
We'll show them up.
Yeah.
I'll put it on screen, and somebody that's smarter than me, you tell me what you know as far. I mean, I saw the releases and stuff, and these are pretty cool.
There's a lot going on right now, and honestly, there's a lot of toy companies, a lot of companies in general. They're getting ready for Wonderfest. That is literally 2 weeks away.
Perfect.
So
this is what I'm going to click on now.
There's a lot of stuff coming out, honestly, and a lot of the stuff is being teased and everything for what's going to be at Wonderfest and what's going to be shown there. So there's a lot of stuff.
I saw this thing, whatever, Max Toy Japan. This, I mean, this stance, the final hoorah from Minus One when he's about to go nuclear, when he's his eyes are bugging out of his head and he looks absolutely ferocious and disgusting. This is the first of any toy company that's done that sculpt. So that's Bandai kind of did it, but it doesn't look. It didn't look as detailed as this thing does right here.
Yeah, and I think what Bandai was trying to aim for was more of just Godzilla shooting his atomic breath, nothing
Right.
to this.
When he was in
Agony and pain.
Yeah, this is like dying mode.
Yeah.
But I love some sofvi. I got a kind of decent amount of these things, so I like a unique and stylized looking figure, and this captures that. It captures the essence of that ferocious looking Godzilla right at the end of the film, while still being a sofvi style toy.
And this is their newest Godzilla Minus One mold. They did have another one previous to this, releasing 2 different color variants. Though I know Eric is not a fond fan of the first initial Godzilla Minus One figure from Max Toy Japan. When I saw this, I had to double check to see if this was really them that were advertising this, because if you are familiar with the first initial wave of their Minus One figure, it's night and day compared to this. And I love the first Minus One figure they dropped. So for this to be the damaged version, and I know for a lot of us who have seen this movie, that is the one scene we do tend to talk about the most, where Godzilla was just on berserk mode type shit, and just so to see this like this is like, wow. I'm scratching my head because it's giving me goosebumps just looking at it.
Yeah, like we said, like this is the first attempt that somebody's doing this version in this size, because if you know about the first release, the size was huge. Like it was,
oh my God.
I think it was a 12-inch figure, honestly, or 10. It was a big soft vinyl sofvi released, and this is going to be about the same size. It's just that he's just kind of hunched over a little bit more. Looks like it's either translucent spines or maybe glow spines. I'm not really sure. But yeah, this is going to be a very sought after figure, and you can bet your bottom dollar that this thing is going to go skyrocket on the secondary market. Scalper's going to be out in full force. They are getting this, and they are going to scalp the crap out of it. And unfortunately for us, we have to pay that, or otherwise we don't get it.
Yeah.
And that is the
that's the problem with Wonderfest. If you can't go, then you got to pay for later prices. Now, interesting. I don't have the other. We only have the one picture on our Instagram, but it looks like he's got. I don't remember from the film. It looks like he's got spikes coming out of his elbows.
Well, Godzilla was like that. He was designed like that in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember him having spikes. Maybe I guess I wasn't paying attention enough. Well, either way, this is a ferocious looking dude, and yeah, you're gonna have to pay top dollar for this because it's gonna be an aftermarket price kind of situation. That's the only way you can get Wonderfest stuff.
Yeah, unless you know somebody.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, unless if you know somebody that's gonna be there, that's willing to, hey, you want it? Send me money. I'll send it your way. But
yeah,
I might have somebody I can beg.
Adrian's got the link. Okay.
You got the plug?
Yeah. If it wasn't stupid expensive, I would go for it for sure. This is a glorious representation of that the final showdown Godzilla.
Yeah, absolutely. Leslie brought up. This is another one that I think were on people's radars even last year. That it was definitely on my radar, and I really hope that X Plus kind of sees it, maybe takes notes, and maybe releases this in the FSL line, because as much as I don't like the Mechagodzilla movie, I don't mind the kaiju itself. The design is cool. It's very radical. It's very different, and their sculpt and everything that Black Dragon did design is crazy amazing. I'm gonna share. I shared this a while ago. This is kind of their first painting pictures and tease of what is going to be at Wonderfest from Black Dragon themselves. So they haven't done a fully painted version yet. This is kind of the first time they're doing it, so this will be in full effect at Wonderfest. So, and this thing is crazy big. I don't even know the specs on it, but it's a big boy. So,
you think it would look good? You think it would look good with either the W Dragon Godzilla that we just recently got, or that scanned Godzilla from X Plus, or is it going to be way too big?
We're gonna have to wait and see, honestly, because I don't know what are the specs on this guy, Eric. Do you know or no?
I don't. I really don't. I don't know the specs on her at all. But typically, Black Dragon does like 35 to 40 inch figures. Mm-hmm. So she might be a little bit too big for even the W Dragon.
Wait, inch or centimeter? You said inch.
Sorry, centimeter.
Oh, I was going to say, damn, never mind. It won't be in scale. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah, honestly, this would probably be your best bet. The KOC would probably fit with the Megaurius. So, yeah, that's probably your best bet.
Yeah, hopefully X Plus text.
I will say, but Black Dragon also is bringing out a Godzilla 2001 figure that I will probably match up with Megaurius. And I guarantee you it'll be at Wonderfest, because I've seen them promoting it, kind of teasing it, that they do have the full sculpt down and everything. So that's coming too. So that is a option that they are going to bring out the Godzilla probably with a Megaurius. So.
All right. Not much of a kit man myself, but that's exciting, because that opens windows for Mechagodzilla to maybe get some love, since we haven't really seen anything. We got Bandai, 2 years ago? We got a Bandai 6-inch, and X Plus has never touched it. Don't know why. It is a phenomenally ferocious looking creature. It's a really neat monster, albeit the movie's not that great, but it itself, it's cool. I guess it's a challenge, because it is a flying kaiju, and having to figure out how to make a stand for it and stuff like that, and make it look cool instead of it just being dynamic or static, because they got to make her look dynamic for her to be more an effective release.
Yeah, what they're doing is for her stand is going to be destroyed buildings will be kind of right behind her tail. So her tail will go down, kind of like her kind of attack kind of pose, where her tail is down, the stingers kind of pointed at Godzilla, and she's kind of coming, kind of like that. So there'll be like destroyed buildings that'll be kind of the base that'll hold the tail, that'll hold the complete figure. So
right, it's going to cradle her just enough to support the entire thing, because it's like, all right, you got this long tail and then the big body with the giant wings.
And Resin Chef did make a Mechagodzilla too. We got Mechagodzilla from M1 for the sofvi. We got that.
Right.
So we got a few, but absolutely not enough. No. So
I mean, I don't mean this. I can just hear Leslie getting the steam ready to blow out of his ears. Models is not a collectible thing. It is, but it's not also like, it's not something that everyone, it's like, what is it, 1% of the fandom? Like, it's not something that I think you can count when, like, if someone's like, oh, we need representation of something, with all due respect, I know you guys are model collectors. I don't think you can say, oh, well, there's a model, because most people don't know how to assemble them, paint them, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel like that's fair to say, like, oh, we have representation.
Right, because you have to pay for it.
I'm not trying to shit on models or the collectors. I'm just saying, like, the amount of money and time and effort that goes into, 95% of the fandom isn't gonna,
it's a different form of collecting, honestly.
Yes, I was just saying, it's its own category
level. Yeah, and honestly, like, how I see it is that if it's in model form, and what X Plus has been doing as of late, there is a good chance that possibly down the line we could get it in soft vinyl form, and maybe that's kind of a positive thing to look at, that like, hey, maybe instead of them resculpting and doing a brand new sculpt, they could take a model and like, hey, we'll just redo this and put it in soft vinyl and release it that way. So I guess it kind of helps in this. But I get what you're saying, Joe. It's very niche. It's like I said, a different level of collecting. And yeah, if you're not talented in that kind of form, there's no point of doing it unless you want to pay the extra price to have somebody put it together, paint it, and all that stuff. So yeah.
Well, damn, bro, we love you too.
I am thinking.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Thank you, Nathaniel. We appreciate all your love, man.
Absolutely.
You're always watching, always commenting. We appreciate you.
You loyal Terminator killing bastard.
Anything else y'all want to talk about? The last 10 minutes before we.
Honestly, we could keep going, but.
Oh well, there was that one that I was excited about that you were saying.
I'm trying to segue to it. If you'd quit interrupting me.
I'm saying that's what he's talking about. So. Yeah, we can move on. We can move on to that.
Yeah.
All right. What a great segue, Samson. Did you have something that you were wanting to talk about?
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh
so
God.
This is one of the most this is one of the more recent announcements, and this has to do with the next upcoming film, which we're not going to see till 2027. Is that what we've heard now?
Yep.
But still, this is a up and rising actress in Hollywood, and I feel like she was in a movie that I love to death. Kaitlyn Denver. She was in a movie called No One Will Save You, where she is an anxiety-ridden girl that has been exiled because of an accident that happened many years ago, and an alien invasion happens. So she has to, in the movie, she's phenomenal in it. Her performance, she doesn't say a word the whole film, which is what makes it really cool and interesting. And she's been in some other stuff, and she's being cast as the adult Ellie for Last of Us Season 2, which is a popular show for
Huh.
Yeah. She's going to be the adult Ellie for Season 2 of The Last of Us, which is an interesting choice.
I couldn't stand the other actress.
Yeah, they didn't really nail that one very well with the casting for young Ellie.
No, they sure did.
But she is an up and coming actress. She's been in a lot of stuff. She has 40 credits on IMDb. I looked it up, and she's in her late 20s, so she's still young. But it's going to be interesting to see what her role is in this, because she's the stuff that I've seen her in. She's really strong and she's beautiful. Damn, she's a cute actress for sure.
All right, slow down. You're starting to sweat.
Get your rag out.
No, it's just exciting because I saw her in something that I really love. It's one of my new favorite alien invasion movies, an alien monster movie, and it's on Hulu. It's a Hulu exclusive, so go check it out. Called No One Will Save Us.
That's when you watched about a month or so ago, right, Samson?
I just recently did it. Yes, I just recently did it.
It wasn't too long ago. I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I actually have been familiar with Kaitlyn Denver for, I don't know, maybe 10 years or so, because I used to watch, which was her first big breakout role, was Last Man Standing with Tim Allen. My wife and I loved that show. She plays the youngest daughter, who's kind of like, kind of tomboyish, or I guess you would say, kind of daddy's girl, trying to always like emulate everything that her father does. Like, it's a real funny show. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. So I've been, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, because I didn't know what else she went on to do after Last Man Standing. I haven't seen her in anything else. So yeah, right there. Yeah. Actually, in the show, it's a funny show. You should watch it. It's kind of like the old, like 90s sitcoms. It's pretty good. And there's a lot of there's a lot of cameos from Home Improvement. Tim's co-stars from Home Improvement on the show. It's real fun. It's a good show.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the one that I was, this is just the title card for the film, but this is on Hulu. It's really good. It's came out 2023, so it's fairly recent, but it's a different take on alien invasion, and I think all of y'all would like it. It's really good.
Maybe we'll check it out tonight. So, what is everyone's? To go along with this casting news, Legendary. This was reported by Deadline, and Legendary apparently wants to work on their human story, which I guess is good that they're acknowledging that ever since 2014 and Kong Skull Island, the human story and development has been severely lackluster, to say the least. And I think that was probably the majority of people's complaints on the movies, besides some of the very dark visuals. So I don't know. How does that make you guys feel that they're actually acknowledging they need to put some work in on the whole human story?
That's honestly great. I'm surprised, but I'm glad that they're actually listening. I know definitely for me that's the one thing I've always bashed on MonsterVerse for was the human stories. So the fact that they're actually going to try and put some meat and potatoes in the human stories, it actually makes me pretty excited and looking forward to see what they give us.
Right on. Jordan?
I mean, I'm outside of her because I'm not familiar with her work. I'm curious. I am curious, but I'm still on the fence since the last time we talked about this new and upcoming MonsterVerse film. The director has just, I don't know, this doesn't seem like he was pleased to have the role to produce or direct this movie. So I am on the fence with that, but I mean, who knows? This guy might change my mind with how I feel about it and may somehow just uplift the human cast in the MonsterVerse. So
yeah,
but I am curious.
Leslie's right. Monarch Legacy of Monsters did show us that. However, I'm going to say that I do not think that the young modern actors cast storyline was very good. I thought that, I think Kurt Russell, anything that had Kurt Russell or his son Wyatt Russell in it was very good, and like those storylines. But as far as like the three younger actors and actresses, I don't think it was very good. And it's really disappointing because the Japanese girl, and I don't remember her name, is a phenomenal actress. She was in that show Shogun.
Yes.
And she was fantastic in Shogun. Like fantastic in Shogun. But I do not think that her story and was it May and Kate and I forget the guy's name, but yeah,
it was her brother and then Kate. Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that storyline. I remember just the good one too. You're right. Holy crap!
I hope that Apple heard that complaint and severely diminishes them going forward, because they were not good.
No, it wasn't really that compelling or entertaining. It wasn't really that interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
And it felt like it dragged in certain parts as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a good 2 or 3 episode span where nothing was happening.
I know it's filler. It was like, oh my god, come on, can something happen? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I never got bored in the show. I thought I enjoyed it all, I think.
Really?
There was I know for sure there was one episode you didn't like, Joe. See,
yes,
it came back, didn't it?
There he is. You're right. You're right. There was, but we're not talking about it.
No, we're not.
And I know I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure all of us hated that same episode. Those 2 episodes. You're right. There were 2, like, because it was that one and then the one like right after it or right before it. They were both like filler, and it like didn't add anything to the story.
Not at all.
Yeah. To be fair, before I let Eric talk and give his opinions on, I did not enjoy Legacy of Monsters at all.
Well, no one asked for your opinion.
Well, my opinion matters, Joseph. You may go ahead. You may proceed, Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Eric.
I don't know. I don't know much about her. I did hear that the studio wants to, and the director wants to focus on the character, human story. But honestly, I don't have a lot of faith in this director right now. It doesn't seem like. I don't know how they got this guy. I think they got him because he's kind of an up and coming director, and they feel like he can do, maybe a fresh start to it. But right now, I don't know. I don't know about this director as a whole. And yeah, it's nice to, want to care about the humans and have a compelling story to move the movie along. But they've tried that for several movies in the MonsterVerse, and it never happened. They would say, "Oh yeah, maybe we'll try to focus more on this," or "Hey, we'll get these actors and actresses to, some more well-known people to focus on that portion," and it never worked. So I'm kind of still staying leery about this and just kind of let it develop, and I'll just kind of take a step back and I'll watch it from afar and see how it develops, honestly. So I don't know. I have very low expectations.
And that's fair, Eric, because with the big name actors we have gotten in the MonsterVerse movies, because we really did get a lot of big time actors, but there hasn't been anyone to actually put a compelling story together to move the movie as these actors should be able to do. I mean, probably the quote unquote most successful story probably was Kong Skull Island, and really that's probably my least favorite MonsterVerse movie. But that storyline, those actors was able to carry the human story. Mm-hmm. But since then, we haven't really had that in any other MonsterVerse movie. I know Monster Kid Corey said he thinks King of the Monsters had the best balance of it, which I agree with that too. But it still wasn't enough to really keep the audience engaged and compelled into that movie. They just didn't do well enough with the storytelling. They didn't convince me that this was actually a problem.
Well, and they have to realize that the real characters, the real stars of these shows aren't the humans, and they never will be. Like they need to understand that, and any director needs to understand that, and even the fans need to understand that that's not the point of these movies. They're always going to be secondary, and they should be, because the real characters, the real stars, are going to be the monsters. That's literally what the title is: Godzilla or Godzilla X Kong or versus Kong. That's what we're there to watch. Like, I understand they're trying to balance it out, but sometimes it just I think it gets lost about what the real reason for the movie is and why we're there to watch it. Sometimes it's weird. I don't know. I think they overthink it sometimes. Too many people give opinions, and these fair weather fans, these casual watchers give opinions, and then these studios take them to heart, and then they try to change everything, and then it's not always for the better, honestly. So
yeah.
That kind of coincides with what we watched last night. It was like, I want more Mogira, but no, we didn't get that.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, yeah, it's about the monsters. It is. I would like to see them do a good job, because, as I stated, I really like what I've seen her in, and she's really raising the bar as far as young actresses go. And the fact that she's being cast in some interesting stuff, like The Last of Us season 2, now a Godzilla film. We'll see if she can bring her good acting that she does in other things into our corny hobby that we all know and love.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen Booksmart, she's in that too. The movie's actually enjoy that movie. The movie's funny. Booksmart. She's co-starred with Jonah Hill's sister, actually.
Oh, yeah, I see the title card. Okay.
And Monster Kid Corey's comment kind of goes with mine. Like,
facts.
I just think that the Japanese, because it means more to the Japanese than the US, that they do it differently, and a lot of people like it that way, and that's okay. And then we do it differently because we do it more blockbuster, we do it more Hollywood. We're not going to do it the same as Japan and all this stuff. So I think it's okay to have different types of movies for this stuff. We've talked about this a lot on this channel about the Toho stuff with the monsterverse stuff. Why can't we coexist? Should they coexist? Why can't fans like each? Why can't we have both in the universe? Like, it doesn't hit home to us like it does Japanese audiences, directors, filmmakers, whatever you want to call it. It's different because it's more personal for them and they make it differently for them. For us, it's completely different.
Yeah.
I want to end on this. Does anybody else have anything else to say about Kaitlyn Denver?
Welcome to the Kaiju family, Kaitlyn Denver.
Monster Kid Corey. The USA literally can't make a true Godzilla movie because the USA dropped the bomb and not the other way around. That's a very interesting take. However, why couldn't they make a movie where it is from, it's American Godzilla movie, Godzilla, but change his origin to where Godzilla's created by a mistake or something relating to America, and it's America's perspective on how Godzilla is destroying Japan, and they feel guilty about it. Could that work? Could something of that nature where you flip the perspectives a little bit?
But are they? Oh, sorry.
No. Please go ahead.
I was just gonna say, are they willing to actually show on screen throughout the world that we made the mistake, or that we were at fault?
Did we? Were we?
That's the thing. How are people going to see it? Are they willing to try that? Are they willing to make that, guesstimation that, hey, are they going to see it this way? Are they going to see it a different way? Does it look like we're?
But that's my point.
At fault. Yeah.
Like, have American Godzilla movie. See, like Corey's like, the USA doesn't feel guilty. Maybe the USA shouldn't feel guilty. Maybe it should, but that's like the type of thing that you're putting into this movie to, like, instead of Godzilla being just the analogy for the devastation of the nuclear bomb, now maybe you could find a way to do where Godzilla's origin is, well, what led up to that? Because it wasn't just like it was a sunny morning and we were all holding friends and all of a sudden we were like, screw you, and dropped a bomb, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not justifying it or anything of that nature, but I'm just saying, like, maybe that would be the way to bring some levity and I don't know, some seriousness or some drama into an American version of a Godzilla film. I mean, that's just me, like, having this conversation, but
that'll be interesting.
Yeah. What if?
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we wrap up?
Well, they would kind of touch on Leslie's comment too. Granted, it's about the monsters, but the monsters shouldn't be the only reason why we watch the films. Just saying.
And we're not saying that though either.
Well, yeah,
we're not saying that either. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying let's just focus on the monsters. That's not what I said. I don't think anybody of us said that. But it's harder for us to make a compelling human story on our side than it is for Japan, because there is different emotions and everything. It's just maybe how they write it and shoot it and stuff like that. It is different. So I understand, because obviously we have Godzilla movies that are good human characters, that drive the movie, and we like that. That's fine. But majority of these movies don't have good human stories or characters. So it's just kind of, we just fall into that category where it's just these type of movies just don't have that. Yeah, it'd be nice to change it around, and we have with obviously Godzilla Minus One, but I don't have a lot of faith in what this director is going to do.
Yeah, I just think that I just think that it seems like from what little bit we've seen or heard about him, it just doesn't seem like he's very optimistic. It almost seems
for real.
It seems like he took the job for a paycheck.
Yeah.
Maybe get his name out there more because I mean, let's be honest. Nope. I mean, nobody knew who you were, and I mean, just like Gareth Edwards, who used Godzilla to break off into Star Wars and Disney, and which I have a theory about that actually, but I think Disney sabotaged the MonsterVerse. If I'm being honest, they took Gareth Edwards, they took Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, I think they. I think they
saboteur.
Yeah, I did. I think they were like, this could ride. Yeah, I mean, maybe not like be as big or anything like that, but like, be some competition. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't have a lot of confidence in this new director, and I hate being like that because I feel like people are so negative. Like, no, Godzilla must be this way, or you must like the time period that I like, and if you don't, you're not a true fan. And I hate that.
We're not gatekeeping here.
No, not like what you like, but also be willing to accept someone else's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
With
mentioning Godzilla in the MonsterVerse, I guess this movie's supposed to be more Godzilla driven this time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
They actually didn't say that. Actually,
they never said that exactly.
They said it's a team up again, and that Kong is going to have his fair share.
No, damn. So then, I don't know what I know now anymore.
No,
we don't know shit.
They did not say that it's going to be a Godzilla. Adam Wingard said yes, it's Godzilla's time to shine. But then he either quit or was replaced, whatever.
But wasn't there an article that just came out this past week bringing that up, and that Kong was going to get basically the Godzilla treatment in these past two previous MonsterVerse films?
No,
I have not read anything.
No.
If you can find it, please send it, share it.
Yep.
I have not read anything like that. I'm on Joe's page where I have heard only what Adam Wingard wanted to do in the next movie to make it a trilogy. And then all of a sudden he was gone, and now we have a whole new director. He doesn't even like where he himself said he doesn't even like where the direction's going. He doesn't know what to do with it right now. So he has no idea. So incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and then what's the point of having more Kong in the MonsterVerse? Kong's story is done now. What else is there to tell?
Yeah, he's got a kid and a puppy. Like, what else?
Fucking waste of space.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree with Eric. I'm not really. I'll be cautiously optimistic. Hopefully, proven wrong, but I don't know.
Yep, that's why I'm stepping back. I'll watch from afar and just see what he does. I'm not going to form an opinion early like I did this last one. I really formed my opinion early on that first trailer. So this time I'm going to kind of pump the brakes and we'll see what he does. But I'm just saying that I'm not on board with what he wants to do right now or what he's lacking for enthusiasm for this film, honestly. So
yeah.
Like, is this new director even a fan? I mean, I know that sounds kind of gatekeepy too. Like, oh, we need a fan to be a director, but we need someone that at least knows the fucking lore. Shit.
I think it helps. I think it helps when someone's a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
The one thing allegedly the director stated was that the MonsterVerse films are kind of a mess because there's no more continuity and a lot of there is continuity, but like there's no threads that seem like something that's I think they're gonna capitalize on this in the next film, and they just completely where's the Argo? Where's G-Team? You know what I mean? Like, where's all these? Where's the oxygen destroyer? It worked. You killed them. Where's the second one? So
now they have another level of Actually, they have several levels of Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
The in between. That we saw in Monarch. Now that extra level where Kong found his family and all the other Kongs and everything. That we even went like, there's stuff to do. It just seems like he's making excuses.
Yeah.
And it's like there's stuff there. You just need to do your job and think of something to do what's already been laid before you. And if not, Jen, kind of steer it there, but then completely go off into something else.
Well, you know, Corey's saying like GVK just dropped a lot of the plot lines in Godzilla King of the Monsters. Yeah. Well, apparently there's like a 5 or 6 hour cut of the movie. And apparently there's it went through like severely heavy rewrites. And
that I do remember. Yeah.
And reshoots and stuff. So it's like, you know, who knows what, but like maybe we could get a Wingard director's cut type thing one day. You know,
that'd be awesome.
I mean, I'll watch a 6 hour Godzilla movie. I know y'all would too.
For real. For real.
So I don't know why I can't pop it up on my screen, but I found it right here, posted literally 24 hours ago, from Kaiju News outlet. According to Deadline, the Kaitlyn Denver News, they also dropped details of the film's plot. The new movie is described as a continuation of the franchise, centering Godzilla and Kong and an assortment of other titans. Insiders say that while Kong and Godzilla will still be fronting the film, Legendary is looking to build on its human cast.
Yeah, that's the article we all read.
Wait, so then
there's
I don't know
nothing
where
in that article about Godzilla taking front and center.
I literally saw that yesterday, and now I just can't find it. So, wow. Anyways, continue. Disregard that.
Disregard. False alarm. False alarm.
Yeah, false alarm. False alarm.
Was the misinput?
I think we can all agree that we want this new director to handle the franchise with love and respect, and maybe add way more positives to it. Maybe have some plot lines and threads that are spaced out between a couple different movies. Quit doing my problem. I like the MonsterVerse, but my problem with the MonsterVerse is that it's very similar to the Transformers live action. They introduced this cool new villain, and by the end of the movie, that villain is dead. And so now there is no villain, there is no threat from any of the prior MonsterVerse films that are carrying over enough for them to have a story. Now, the next MonsterVerse film, it's, I even saw like there was like a little plot detail, like, oh, the next, they have to team up for the next cataclysmic event. Well, wasn't that what Scar King and Shimo was? Isn't that what Mechagodzilla was? Isn't that what King Ghidorah was? Like, not if they keep doing this, they're going to burn out very, very quick, and that's going to be disappointing. So,
agreed.
I don't feel or understand why they keep doing that, because you didn't see Toho doing it. I mean,
no, God, no.
Good Lord, yeah. Every once in a while, yeah, but for the most part, they all lived for the most part.
That's just the American way of doing things. You got to beat the big bad at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's fine. You can drive them away, though. You don't need to kill them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, didn't the Infinity War teach Hollywood anything? That
exactly.
Oh my God! Yes.
Exactly.
The number one thing that even casual fans or like family and friends that maybe hadn't seen every Marvel film. I remember my aunt and my cousins turning to me because I had already seen it, and I went to go see it the second time with them, with a bunch of my family, and they were like, "He won!" Like they were like shocked. They were like, "Wait, what?" And I mean, because then it makes people be like, "Wait, I have to see the next one. What's happening? Like, what do you mean the villain won?" I mean. Look at the 3 Lord of the Rings films. Now, granted, you could make the argument that they do win every battle at the end of every book type of thing or movie, but there's still that looming threat of Sauron or Saruman that travels through each book. Okay, yeah, we may have won this battle, but the war's still going on.
Same thing with Star Wars.
Or even Miles Morales into the Spider-Verse movies.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen those garbage movies.
I haven't seen the second one.
It's on Netflix. Go watch it.
Get a life, get up to date with life, and watch them.
Both of y'all.
I've seen the first. It was neat.
Also weird. All right. So most of the heat is more so towards Joe, basically.
Yeah,
exactly. I haven't seen either. I have to watch them though. I've heard they're good.
Yeah,
it's a different take.
Yeah. So
well, right on.
All right, boys.
Anybody else hungry?
Yep. I think it's time to wrap it up. We got kids screaming in the back, and Samson's hungry and
is salivating and
yeah. Anything else, real quick, before I wrap us up, boys?
For all of our viewers, new and beloved by each and every single one of us, just a quick reminder that on the 31st next week, me and Eric will be interviewing none other than Daniel Van Thomas, who was the original English dub voice actor for our beloved hero in Ultraman Zero. He will also be coming back in the world of Super Productions, playing Ray from Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle. But again, there's so much more that I could discuss with you guys. But if you guys really want to tune in, again, the 31st, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell button for when we go live, because it is going to be awesome. Daniel can't wait, and neither can I.
Excellent. That should be fun. Anything else?
Again, well, I guess when y'all cover this, of course, February 1st, I will be on Collector Monsters with Leslie Chambers in the African American Collectors Conversation. Once again, our annual yearly show. So definitely check me out there. And of course, we got news on the 2nd, but I'll let one of y'all handle that.
Joe, you want it or me?
The 2nd?
Yes,
the 2nd.
I got no idea.
Okay, that'll be me.
So
if you're a fan of Monster of the Attitude, you've been here for a while. Every year we do a big show talking about all of the grand collectibles that come out each year. We are one of the first that started doing this, so everybody else is knockoffs, honestly. I will say that we've been doing it for quite a while now. So we are doing figure of the year voting for all of the Godzilla collectibles. We have several different categories, from under $50 to best model kit to best Bandai to best overall to best sofvi to best soft vinyl figures. I mean, it's going to be stacked. It's going to be a lot of fun. We always have a lot of fun doing it. It's a big award show that we love to do every single year. And the voting, and we will talk about this. The pre-show starts February 2nd, same time, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, and 3 p.m. Pacific time. We will talk and unveil all of the categories and the nominees, and we will be opening up voting right after /Monday. And we will be doing the voting for about a month towards the end of February. And then we will have our award show to crown all the winners in each category. So please share it around. We're going to put it on all of our social medias. We're going to put up polls. Your vote does matter. So please cast your vote. We want to see who is the top dog, the cream of the crop, everything like that. And we want to know who is the best of the best for each category. So please, next week we are starting that. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So
right on. The figure of the year show is always, I think, some of our.
I love you, man. I love you.
We're trademarking that shit.
Or at the very least, give us a little shout out or something, right?
There's other people that's directed at. So
yeah, okay.
No,
I know. I know. I know. All right. With that, also on February 5th, for those of you that are a fan of the Power Ranger comics, Eric and I will be sitting down with Ryan Perot, or it could be Parrot. I don't know. I'm going to ask him when I meet him. He did the most recent Boom Studios Power Ranger run that went on for like 10 years or something. He's kind of one of the brains behind that initial launch and the initial runs, and he ended up leaving the Power Rangers brand maybe 3 years ago, something like that. So it'll be fun to talk to him. Check that out on February 5th at 5 p.m. Central. Also, we appreciate all your love and support. If you guys are watching on one of the other social media channels, Facebook, Twitch, X, or anything like that, please jump on over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate it. Also, like the show, love the show, don't be a hoe, and share the show. There it is. Captain Gordon says, don't be a hoe, share the show. We appreciate and love all of you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the active chat. That always makes it so much more fun when we can kind of banter back and forth with all of you guys, as well as ourselves. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And as always,
embrace the editor.